Jimmy Dore's too lazy to do his own research.
Last week, several of our viewers had tagged me, along with other TYT network hosts, on a Twitter thread about Rebecca Jones. She was the woman who claimed that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis had retaliated against her for refusing to manipulate data about the number of COVID cases and deaths in the state. We reported on that story at the time, and we have some major corrections to make.
Really, Anna? That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna blame your followers for your poor research? I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, right? Well, actually for a few weeks since I seen Anna Kasparian on the Ben Shapiro, and it led me to have an epiphany. Now, I used to be a follower of TYT, when I was, young, dumb, and full of...
Shut up, your mouth!
It seems to me that, mind you, I'm just speculating here, so take this all with a grain of salt. But from the look of it in these past few weeks, it's looking to me like Anna is trying to sneakily make her way out the left side. You know what I'm saying? Because look at Jimmy, look at Dave Rubin. They up now. They're far more up than when they were with TYT. So I think she's making her financial exit now because she's taking shots at everybody, but still saying she's with the left, but she's taking shots at everybody. So, you know what I mean? Even if she doesn't want to leave, they gonna make her ass leave. You see how the radical left is moving with her, right? They going hard on her right now.
I have to say it. Oh my God, I have to say it. I like Anna, but I feel a little bit like this is the coddle the white lady hour. And you know why? And you know why? I thought this even earlier because before this, the Majority Report put out a thing too, and everybody else. And I was like, boy, everybody sure feels the need to trip over their feet to come out to defend her for getting cooked when all of the people get cooked all the time. Nobody. I have yet to watch a video of anybody defending me from getting cooked. I've never seen it. I've never seen everybody come out. She has a lot of bad takes, and then she gets cooked because she comes out unprovoked. She asks to be cooked. She got up today and she said, "Twitter, cook me."
Listen,
She has yet to delete the tweet. I want to make it clear. She has yet to delete the tweet.
She hasn't deleted it?
You know why? Because at the end of the day, she took a 106,000 like tweet. She didn't even get ratioed.
But it's not like she can just jump in and say, hey, I'm riding with the right now. I'm embracing the right now because they're far less radical and far more logical. Because mind you, not only has it been 10 plus years of her just all kinds of sound bites, her saying the craziest stuff about the right and promoting the left, but look how hard she went on Dave Rubin. Do y'all remember how hard she went in on David Rubin? Huh?
For years, I avoided addressing his lies on air. To be honest, we were such close friends that I thought things would somehow get better. But I made the mistake of thinking he was an honest actor and that the TYT bashing would stop.
But it's funny because you say that he's not an honest actor and he's not really right-wing and he's just doing it for the paper. Mind you, everyone's doing it for the paper. We live in a capitalist society. But you say behind the scenes, he disagreed with TYT and he wasn't really with it. Right? And you said you try to change them. So who's really telling the truth? Hey, the more you let people speak, the more the truth comes out. Just saying. And then, of course, how hard they went in on Jimmy Dore, which, forget Rubin, they went in on Jimmy Dore.
I want to be clear about something. So the DM that I sent him specifically called him out on his constant sexual harassment of me at this place, at TYT.
The majority of people, the vast majority of people overstood what Jimmy Dore was saying and agreed with him. That's why he skyrocketed the way he did, right? I understand Dave Rubin, he probably got like all kinds of conservative backing behind him, like financial backing, whatever. He's the pretty boy with the this and the that, but Jimmy Dore is ruthless. He speaks truth to power. And that's why y'all dislike him, and so does the establishment, right? That's why it's so easy to find people to disagree with him. And every time he says something, when he speaks to, what's his name? Tucker Carlson. I had to do the bow tie. Tucker Carlson. all of a sudden he's an undercover conservative. But when you speak to Ben Shapiro, what does that say about you? See, it sounds like a lot of projection, right? It sounds like a lot of projection.
I can't stand that he positions himself as this moral fighter for progressive values when he and I both know the kind of behavior he engaged in when he was working here.
Also, you notice how she says she can't stand that he shows himself as a moral fighter for progressive values, but then in the same breath, he's a conservative. Which one is it? You're lying about one of them. So which one is it? Like, you're clearly being disingenuous. Is he a conservative, or does he fight for moral values of progressive views? I probably worded that horribly, but you see what I'm trying to say. And then you followed all of those threats by DMing him. You DM'd him in private, and he put a light on it, because false characters move in shadows. Jimmy shined a light on what you did in that private DM. You could say he was in the wrong for exposing it, but you clearly tried to threaten him behind the shadows. You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors, right? So that's what that was about, clearly. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a viewer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a watcher. So, but I digress. You went on Ben Shapiro. Despite all the hateful things you said about conservatives and his views, maybe not him specifically, I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of video out there, right? But I wouldn't know. You know, Anna, she can really let loose on people when they disagree with her, right? Which kind of shows her personality, right? But, and that's typical of leftists. But she goes on Ben Shapiro, and she starts backtracking on a lot of the things that she pushed throughout the years. But despite all that, you see she's basically saying during the COVID era, she had time to listen to different networks and different viewpoints that she would not usually be open to. And doing that, she realized that there was more commonalities, more similarities than she expected, even though it was hard for her to digest, right?
Honestly, during the coronavirus pandemic, I've opened my mind up to some programming that I otherwise wouldn't have listened to. So, for instance, there's this show called The John and Ken Show. It airs in LA, but I think it's actually syndicated all over the country. And I like listening to it because there are a lot of perspectives in that show that I disagree with. But there have been moments where one of the hosts will say something that in the short term I might be offended by or angry about or whatever, but I have to do my due diligence. So I'll investigate it a little bit and think to myself, oh, well, actually, he had a point there.
I mean, it looks to me like she's starting to sway her opinions, because post-COVID, post-watching this stuff, now you see all these arguments she starts having with the left, right? Especially the radical left. But she's having, and even she said F the squad. Would she have said that pre-COVID? I don't think so. So yeah, I definitely see her gearing more or leaning more to the right.
So I think the necessity for nuclear energy is a good example of that. Once I realized right now the technology for renewables isn't quite where we need it to be, where we can just give up fossil fuels and be okay. Well, a good clean energy solution to kind of close that gap, at least for now, would be nuclear. And you say that, and a lot of people on the left have a negative reaction to it, but I think it's partly because they're not typically exposed to other perspectives.
Well, that must explain this.
Because I am literally freaking the fuck out about the charging station thing. We're gonna take out a massive fucking loan to pay for it. We're not getting any help from the fucking government on that.
No, they will not. Also, I wonder if she's been scouted or could be potentially funded by nuclear power lobbyists. Who knows? Not lobbyists, but you know what I'm saying, groups. I don't know.
The Young Turks' Anna Kasparian took heat online after posting a video of a man assaulting a woman, saying, quote, "This is a man who was arrested 41 times. After this incident, he was released and went on to send a subway worker to the hospital with a broken collarbone. But according to this crime reporter, that man committing assault, breaking bones, is the real victim."
Anyways, there are a lot more points that I had, but I didn't really want to run this to a 20-minute, 30-minute video. Maybe I'll do it in another video or not, but I just wanted to show, well, the basic reason why I'm doing this is for an I told you so. Not yet, but I promise you in due time, there will be an I told you so. And if not, fuck it, I was wrong, right? But on to the next one. Peace, y'all.
And personally, I don't speak for everyone in this network. I want to be clear. I'm speaking for myself. I'm done with them completely. The Democratic Party, every single one of them, that includes the squad, I don't care anymore. They have not delivered. They have not delivered. I'm done.